Fighting games are giving a big update today. Did you see that?
No. What's going on?
No, I mean quite literally large in size, not quality.
Yeah,
so this
that's
is one
what
of
I
those. Could be
figured.
something. Yeah, it could be one of those. Could be something. Could be nothing things. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite received a 36 gig update today.
Oh, they're adding the other 2/3 of the game.
No one's figured out yet what it changes, other than that if you have the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite Beyond mod, it does bork the extra game modes added by that, but it's otherwise still playable. So you can still get your Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite but not ugly mod if you want. Like I said, could be something, could be nothing. And it's almost certainly nothing, because what the fuck could you imagine if Capcom actually did just like surprise? We've actually added where if you beat story mode in Marvel Infinite 3 times in a row, then hey, the trailer for Marvel vs. Capcom 5 plays.
Yeah, it's the same trailer for Streets of Rage 4, but they added it so instead of fucking Axel's face, it's Ryu's. Instead of Blazes, it's fucking it's Thanos.
PlayStation Vita's in there.
Yeah, it's coming out for the Vita in 2011. What do you mean?
Yeah,
that's where Marvel 4 will be.
Oh boy. The actual Marvel vs.
I'm just imagining you beat the story mode 3 times in a row, and then you get a trailer, it fucking says nothing, and then at the end you see Marvel vs. Capcom 358 over 2 days.
It's the origin story of that fucking goo final boss dude from Marvel 2 that no one cared about.
Oh yeah, I wanna call him Abyss.
Abyss?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy.
So anyway.
Yeah, it probably is just a couple engine changes to like, oh, we figured out there's a security issue here where you could get hacked this way and yada, yada, yada. And maybe it was motivated by seeing the increased player count from Beyond, and they went like, maybe we should go back and add this one fix we figured out that one time, but figured it wasn't worth pushing.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, I don't know what the hell the point of this is either way. Because there's no way Infinite would have actually had a content update that Capcom wouldn't have announced for a fucking 8-year-old game that was critically panned.
Imagine if you go on Steam, you look at the change logs, and it just says edit de nouveau.
So believe it or not, I'm pretty sure Infinite launched with the de nouveau and was like one of the first to remove it. Like it was like lightning quick how fast they removed it in response to criticism. Will be funny if they give a shit about piracy all these years later, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's been cracked. Don't worry about it, boys. It's already been cracked. You can't take that one back.
I mean, the problem with Infinite is that like, why would you crack it? It's a lot of effort and a lot of danger for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. So...
yeah, a game which also by now, like on the Steam sale, will go on for like fucking $10.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh man, you beat the story mode, and you get the Vampire Survivors thing once you beat Death, where like there's just now 40 empty spots on the characters to select. It's like, what the fuck?
3 of them are Akuma with different weapons.
Okay. Akuma and Alana and Akuma.
Yeah. I mean, imagine though if Street Fighter added a dramatic battle, Street Fighter 6 added dramatic battle, Imagine the fucking the sheer terror that an Elena Akuma team would bring.
Oh shit.
Like the only spot that Elena isn't like alright in is the air. Akuma.
Yeah, and Akuma can just keep throwing fireballs.
Yep.
Melena's just on top of you, constantly hitting you with the fucking spin scythe.
Yeah. And then when you think you're out of pressure, Zanku Hadouken hits you on the head.
Yep. And while you're blocking that, now you get hit with a Rhino horn, and now Elena's back in.
Yeah. Ah, God.
All right, on to the actual news.
Yes. So I guess first things first, just going chronologically. There was an Arc System Works showcase on June 27th. People thought it was going to be fighting games. It was not fighting games.
Yeah, I didn't watch it because I heard people say it's got nothing to do with fighting games, and I was like, wow, I don't care. And apparently, like, the whole point of the thing was to try and get the people who are fans of Arc System Works fighting games to get invested in Arc System Works non-fighting games. And it's like, I'm sorry, y'all, I don't trust you to handle non-fighting games.
Yeah, like the hot take here, having played like two not fighting game Arc System game, perhaps try making a something interesting first. Not even good, just interesting. And then we can get to this talking point.
There are times where a developer shows that they're competent at something and that's not related to that genre they're actually working in. And you're like, I'd be interested to see what goes on here. Not to go with a game that I think is horribly overrated by the masses, but to go with a game that's horribly overrated by the masses. Witcher 3, people are coming out of that going, I want CD Projekt Red to make a fucking card game. Because everybody was like, holy shit, Gwent, though.
Yeah, and then they made Gwent, and then they shut it down 2 years later because people weren't playing it. It was funny.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, people are still going to just be playing Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And fucking Slay the Spire.
Yeah.
And Magic. Like, Gwent was probably neat in large part because it was offered a break from standard Witcher gameplay for, variety's sake.
No, I
but now
think,
that it's not being used
Gwent,
for variety's sake, it's not that special.
I think Gwent had the same appeal, or like had the same. It fulfilled the same role as Triple Triad. The only major difference between Triple Triad and Gwent is that I don't fucking hate Gwent.
Well, there's still a class of person who considers Final Fantasy VIII to be one of the worst games in the series, except for Triple Triad.
Yeah.
It's wild how those differences will happen. Oh, shit. Yeah, I want to say that I kind of feel bad for Arxis because they want to step outside of the box and we're punching them back into the box and saying, no, stay in the box. But at the end of the day, like, I'm not just handing out my fucking hard-earned cash to fulfill developers' dreams.
Yeah, and not only that,
as a general rule,
yeah.
Video game consumers do not buy video games out of the goodness of their hearts.
Yeah, and the other thing is that, like, once again, to me, a problem, because I did look at some of the games that they showcased, and a major problem between all of them, really, is that none of them look stand out. Like, none of them really have any, like, Arxis flair or whatever to it, you know? Because, like, they are publishing the new Double Dragon made by Ukes. It looks okay. It looks alright. It's like, it seems like a fine Double Dragon game. They showed off in the trailer. They showed off tech, so that was cool. I like that. But that was the game that I was most interested in out of the things that they were showing, and I don't like Double Dragon. I'm sorry. Like, I just don't like this series. Yeah. But then they had Bubble Bobble.
There's definitely a dev nowadays. Oh, go ahead.
Then they showed off Bubble Bobble. I'm sure Bubble Bobble has fans somewhere. I've never seen them or heard of them on the internet. You know?
I can believe it. Yeah. I think publishers have to know that there are sometimes where they get attached to certain ideas and certain fan bases, and they have to recognize where the overlap is. Because Capcom, just in the last couple of years, came out with Kunitsugami. And Kunitsugami, I heard, was really good. But no one played it, because no one wants Capcom to come out with a tower defense game.
Yeah.
Capcom are fighting game guys, beat 'em up guys, survival horror guys, platformer guys. They're taking benefits from fucking the early days, the Wild West days. They get to attach their name to a variety of successes.
Yeah. Imagine if Capcom was like, all right, fuck you, Red Dead Revolver 2. We licensed out the name. We paid Rockstar to use the name again.
Do they get to have like the Red Dead Revolver 1 timeline and do like Red Dead Redemption 1, where you get redemption guest characters, but only in multiplayer?
Sure. No, I to me, like, I think it would be really funny if it, like, in like one scene, there's just like the camera just pans to John Marston. He's just sitting there, and then the camera pans back, and then continue scene. Like he's just in a bar drinking or something, playing poker.
No one ever points out how weird it is that at a certain point the Cowboys lost superpowers.
Yeah. Now they have them again in this game. Like these are the parts of Red Dead Redemption you didn't see.
Okay. What are the unique special moves that that John and Arthur and Dutch and Micah get? Arthur praises his horse.
Yeah, I was gonna say Arthur has resurrection. If Arthur is shot, he's replaced by John.
Yeah. Like the fucking Marvel, the Marvel card game where if you kill Uncle Ben, it summons Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah. Something like that.
The strategy becomes try not to kill Arthur because John is stronger.
Yeah. I feel like John
got one. Arthur.
Yeah, go ahead.
Arthur has a unique melee attack. Tuberculosis cough. It applies poison.
Yeah. John has a god system where the lower his health, the more critical hits he gets.
Oh shit!
Dutch has Q stunned, but instead of taunting, he just yells Tahiti, and then goes.
Okay, I'm pretty sure Q had an intro pose at one point in Street Fighter 3 where he would do his taunt, the big stomp on the ground, sticking his arms out, and it would cause bits of rubble to fall around him.
Yeah.
Dutch does that, but it causes mangoes to fall all around him.
Yeah. And then Micah gets a damage multiplier for each team kill he gets. Okay. You know, they sometimes make exotic shooters that are built around exploring just one mechanic in particular. How has no one made a shooter that is explicitly built around exploring the mechanics of team killing? I don't know. Too toxic.
Well, make it like where team killing has super huge benefits, so you start intentionally jumping in the way of your teammates' bullets.
Yeah.
Like, get a railgun that if it pierces through, if it shoots a teammate, then the shot will keep going, piercing through, and if it hits any enemies, they insta-die.
If you get a railgun, if you kill a teammate with it, then the bullet that it fired becomes wall piercing. The more teammates more teammates that bullet shot, the more walls it can travel to.
A lightning gun that only chain lightnings between teammates, but any enemies caught in the area of the chain lightning get zapped to death.
Yeah. But yeah, like
all right.
just to go to finish off on Arxis, like I think a big problem that they had is that a lot of the games that they showed off just looked like generic indie games that you'd see in a sizzle reel. And I mean, effectively, some of those games are just that. But once again, I feel like Arxis has a visual identity, going a couple of ways, and none of those games seem to tap into that. You know,
I didn't even look at any of the games, so I couldn't say.
all right, well then, fan-made Sonic fighting game, Ultimate Sonic Sonic Smackdown, actually. Got an announcement trailer.
Oh,
Now, this will be a team fighter. I saw and sent you footage of an earlier beta where it was a one-on-one fighter, Big the Cat.
right. And I just kind of assumed it was a meme, so I didn't look into it too much.
Yeah, no, that's an actual game. It's as far as I'm aware, it's a team fighter.
All right.
And yeah, seems cool, you know.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Sagat. He got teased.
My God, they could at least bring him to climax.
Yeah.
It's just cruel to leave him there.
That's his new level 3. Tiger come shot.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
Anyway. Summer costumes.
Yeah. I said this off recording, but I find it conspicuous which of the male characters got swimsuits.
Yeah. I mean, it does make you wonder what everyone else's costume 4s will be, because we have these for the people that it affects. We have the ISPA or whatever collaboration outfit for Duty. So, anything goes, I suppose.
Yeah, I was... The ISPA one is interesting to me, because for a good while, it seemed to me like, oh, are we, like... we're only coming out with a very few costumes, and they seem to actually be, like, you know, trying to be canonical stuff that the characters would wear. So, are we ever going to get, like, the Street Fighter V goofy crossover costumes? And with ISPA, that kind of makes it seem like, I don't know, because this isn't, you know, this is a tie-in, which is not exactly like a Super Canon Jury costume. At the same time, it's clearly they went with a design that fits Jury. This looks like stuff Jury would wear.
Yeah.
It's odd.
Yeah, I don't know. I would like some of the goofy crossover stuff. Because why not? Like, you know...
Yeah.
It sucks to say, but it is true that in Street Fighter V, Akuma's best outfit was Garuda. Just skinning him and wearing his magma flesh. You know?
Akuma was one of the guys that got shafted hard by Street Fighter V's costume priorities, though.
Yeah.
Akuma, Ken, Dalsim. Those were the bottom bitches for Capcom. Macaulay didn't get a whole lot, but at least he got that badass werewolf costume, so I'll take that.
Yeah. I saw someone propose giving Akuma a, like, for like a better word, like a street outfit, like just making him be a hype beast or dress like a hype beast. And the argument was, well, if they want, like, you can't really make outfits for Akuma that seem like he would wear, because, like, there's only so many regs that you can design.
Yeah.
So fuck it, why not? Yeah. I mean, not only that, but I don't know. I feel like Akuma, especially considering Elena, how he actually is canonically friends with Elena now. Like, I think it could be a thing where, like, Elena buys him clothes or something,
Yeah.
and then he wears it because of her.
Well,
Yeah.
when I think of Elena, I always think of her dressed as like a schoolgirl, or is dressed in her Kenyan princess attire. Would she get either of those outfits for Akuma?
Sure. Let's get Akuma in a speedo.
Shit.
They already have that model, mind you. They just need to take part of his costume tree. Anyway, Invincible versus showed off Bulletproof. I did not see this.
Oh, I didn't look at it either. I didn't even hear about it.
All right.
It's really odd for them to go with the trailer for him first, because he's another flying brick dude.
You mean half of the show? Half of the roster of this game?
Yeah, so far. I mean, there are invincible characters with interesting powers. They've not shown them on the roster yet. Okay, I'm typing in Invincible versus Bulletproof. It's probably going to... Okay, there we go. I was worried, like, oh, it's just going to bring up power scalers, going, man, the Bulletproof no diffs Invincible. Okay, I am looking at it now.
All right.
Yeah, he looks like a Fighter Z character with all normals.
All right.
The Super's a neat idea. It's kind of a Phoenix Flattener situation, but first he grabs a car and chucks it straight up in the air. Then he Phoenix Flatteners you, knocking the opponent out. And then just the opponent looks up, you see from the opponent's perspective, they start to blink as their eyes open up and they're waking up and they're like, huh? And they look up and the car comes back down and slams onto them.
Nice.
But yeah, I think I might have seen a demon flip, but other than that, that looked like a lot of fighting game normals. I'm sure there was a Shoryu and something else in there that looked like a normal, but it was actually a special. But I mean, like, you're going to be having a lot of that with the cast, because the Viltrumites just fly and hit real good.
Yeah.
Like, unless they're going to be busting out weapons or flying around at super speed for shit, it's going to be a lot of punch, kick, punch.
Hype. All right, then. Chuck E. Cheese is opening up adult arcades, including Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
now,
God. Well,
yeah.
Are there Mortal Kombat arcade systems since MKX's mobile game arcade stand?
I would assume it's just either arcade 1-up stuff of the older games, or just old cabinets of MK 1 through 3.
Okay, yeah, arcade 1-up would make sense. Like, I don't see NRS after all these years going like it's time we go back to making cabinets.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna check if we know. But yeah, how do you feel about Chunky Cheese himself?
I don't. I remember when I was a kid, I thought it was a neat idea for arcade and pizza, but I thought it was kind of gross because it meant that either you're going to be touching your pizza with arcade stick hands, or conversely, the other kids are going to be touching the arcade sticks with pizza hands.
All right.
And the pizza wasn't that good either.
All right, so
it is funny that they are more or less going like, yeah, now it's we've got Chuck E. Cheese, and now for the adults we have Charles Entertainment Cheeses.
Yeah. So apparently it's gonna be old cabinets for Mortal Kombat, or at least the older games.
Oh well, shit! How much do they plan on bidding for those fuckers?
I don't know, but
because those are antiques now.
I don't know, but it says that they're gonna have some older games like Donkey Kong and Mortal Kombat, and newer games like Halo. So there you go.
A fucking arcade cabinet for Halo?
Yeah. There was a Halo game. There was a Halo arcade game that they made in like fucking 2015, I want to say. Allegedly, from what I heard, it was the last good Halo game. So,
Oh,
take that
wow,
as you
that's
will.
good. I like that. Okay, they're probably going to go with that then if the reputation is it's the last good Halo game.
I mean, that's just what I heard, but I don't move in Halo circles, and even if I could, I would leave. So,
Yeah. I'm fine with believing that the Bungie-Microsoft divorce was a disaster for both parties.
yeah. It seems like it was a disaster for everyone.
No one really benefited from it.
Like not just both parties, even people outside of the relationship.
Yeah. I mean, how much money has PlayStation put into Destiny down the years?
Too much. The real question here is how much money is Sony or how much money is Bungie withholding from Sony currently? Because from what I understand, Sony has paid for all the marketing of Concord, and then also said like 3 months back, we are not advertising Concord.
Oh boy.
So yeah. It seems like currently there's a big battle between the leadership at Bungie and the leadership at Sony, and I'm pretty sure Sony will win, But
oh god.
All right. Zagat also got his battle ass. He put it out there for everyone to see.
I didn't even look. I saw the announcement and I just fucking removed the notification.
I thought it was something more substantial, which is why I watched the video. And then I went,
oh no,
okay.
They fooled you again.
Yes.
They got me once with like, I don't know if it was the fucking Bison Battle Pass or whatever, and never again.
Yeah. And then I guess for big-ish news, the producer for Guilty Gear Strive is potentially in talks with Mori about reviving BlazBlue.
So, if they do a BlazBlue Strive,
I will fucking laugh my ass off. That's what's gonna happen if they do a BlazBlue Strive.
It'd be funny as hell, for one thing. For another thing, BlazBlue fan, like, you and me as Guilty Gear fans were like, oh no, what have they done? BlazBlue fans, it seems like a lot of BlazBlue fans really are in it for the story. And like, the story was the part of Strive that wasn't offensive.
Yeah. I mean, from what I understand, there's a good chunk of BlazBlue's fan base that likes the gameplay as well, the weirdo normals and shit like that. And the the response that I've been seeing, not to this, just to the idea of them doing a BlazBlue Strive. The response that I've been seeing is hell fucking no, which fair enough, I understand.
Well, there's two things that could happen here. Either we don't get a BlazBlue game, and BlazBlue fans continue to spend the next 20 years playing Central Fiction, or we do get a BlazBlue game in the vein of Strive, and BlazBlue fans spend the next 20 years playing Central Fiction.
Yeah.
And Strive fans just move on to the BlazBlue Strive.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If by some fucking cosmic force it happened that a BlazBlue Strive came out, all of the Strive fans moved over to BlazBlue, and they remained there, then I might have hope again in Orxis.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a valuable question with some of the things that go on. I think there's something that will have to come to light in time. is that Strive isn't necessarily a smash success because it's simplified. Strive was a smash success because it followed Fighter Z. And Fighter Z was the first Arc Sys game that made general audiences actually pay attention because it had fucking Dragon Ball attached.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, did you hear about the load-bearing Goku?
No. What?
Yeah. So, remember how a while back Strive got leaked? The source code?
Yeah, and Goku's in it, yeah.
Yeah, if you remove Goku, the game won't launch.
Okay.
Goku is load-bearing. He is holding together Strive.
They chose a strong man to do it. He's just down there like fucking... oh, god damn it. I was about to say Apollo because I'm stupid. Atlas. There you go. He's like Atlas. At the bottom of the Guilty Gear world, there's just Goku holding it on his shoulders.
Not even his shoulders. He's holding it like the spirit ball. Yeah.
People of Earth, give me your energy. There's just more people paying for Strive. So I can't lie.
Yeah.
I want to know, in terms of what I'm saying here, I literally right now, I'm like, should I get around to buying Strive and actually trying it and just really digging into it? Do I have the money? I may or may not have clicked add to cart on Steam, and I'm contemplating, like, do I? Steam has a pretty good refund policy.
True. I don't know how much it is right now, so I can't
The
really
thing
weigh
that
in.
honestly is selling me more than anything else is that the DLC is very reasonably priced. $10 for fucking 5 characters in Season Pass 1? Like, holy shit. I remember you would have to pay fucking way more than that for the equivalent amount for fucking cross tag. Arc Sys calmed the fuck down.
Yeah.
God, I remember it was like fucking... God, what was the price of the individual DLC characters for Persona 4 Arena? Back before they came out with the version now where it just comes with Adachi and Marie from the start.
Shit, I'm trying to think.
I want to say it was $10 per character, but I'm thinking like, no, that can't be the case. That's just too crazy.
You know what? I don't think it... I think it... Like, I think the price got changed because, whatchamacallit, like, at least when I saw it, it would have changed because I played the game on Xbox, and back when Persona 4 Arena released, there were Microsoft points, and then there weren't.
Oh god, what was 800 Microsoft points? Was that $5 or $10?
I think 5. I'll check. Apparently 80 points is $1. So it would have been 10, yeah.
Okay. My memory was that it was 800 Microsoft points for the Persona 4 Arena DLC characters. And I really liked that game, but when I saw that Adachi was $10, it just kind of made me go like,
Yeah.
oh. And like now you can get the whole fucking game with Adachi included for $10.
Yeah. Adachi's the only one you're buying, actually. The game comes for free with him.
Yeah. They're just giving it away. They still value Adachi, though.
Yeah.
We gotta put a big price tag on this incel.
But yeah, like some of these pricings are also like have been keeping me from getting stuff, because like I would have bought the season 2 and season 3 passes for Street Fighter 6 if it weren't $60 a piece.
Oh yeah. All right. What else was there?
I'm checking. We have a lot of news as far as I know.
Well, in that case, I did see, I don't know why, but for the first time in forever, I checked r/fighters. I think because I saw a different social media post that tied to it. And I did see a particular social media post, a particular post on r/fighters I thought looked interesting.
Yeah.
Did you see the post on r/fighters? Oh, hang on. I'll fucking switch to hot instead of best. Fucking Reddit. All right. Did you see... Now, let's see if I can post this on Discord. This. Oh.
No.
So, this is interesting to me.
Yeah.
And Ryu is the appropriate choice for them to start with.
Yeah.
Like, we could go diagonal. Like, if we wanted to just fill out this list, I feel like you and me could slam this out pretty fucking quick, right?
Probably, yeah.
All right, do we go to the right or do we go to down?
Let's go to the right.
Like,
I think because I have an answer immediately.
Oh, God, yeah, the most Street Fighter coded character from Mortal Kombat. Okay,
Cobra.
Who's your pick? Cobra. Yeah, that's...
It's Ken Masters. It's Ken fucking Masters.
There's no way he wasn't intended to be Street Fighter coded. I don't believe if anyone would say that he wasn't intended to be Street Fighter coded. I think there's a solid... I would say, both in terms of visuals and gameplay design, though, I'd advocate for Liu Kang.
I don't see the visuals, no. Liu Kang is like it depends on which era. But like if you're talking like Street Fighter 2, Liu Kang is too visually interesting to be Fei Long. And if you're talking later, Liu Kang is too fucking boring to be in Street Fighter.
Yeah, partly I'm just thinking like he's the one who looks the most like an actual martial artist and not a demon or a fucking commando or a cowboy. Like, other than Cobra, which of course Cobra, like you said. But I feel like Cobra's just cheating because he's obviously intended to be Ken Masters, but in Mortal Kombat. Actually, Johnny could still fit in the Street Fighter cast in terms of visuals. He also looks like a martial artist, depending on the design, I suppose.
Yeah.
The one that I specifically can see Capcom agreeing to, Capcom would have thought having Johnny tattoo his own last name on his chest was brilliant.
I don't know. I feel like Johnny fits more into Tekken.
Yeah. What era of Tekken though?
Pre-6.
Okay, because for post-6, I'm going like, yeah, post-6, yeah. Well, you know who's again an easy one because he just looks identical to a character for that fucking roster?
Yeah.
Kotal Kahn.
Who is he looking at it? Oh, Ogre?
Ogre. Kotal Kahn and Ogre look just alike.
Oh yeah, true.
Like, it's kind of crazy. And like, they're not similar as characters or gameplay style at all, but it is crazy. It's like, yeah, this is... It's the same dude.
Green as Techman, yes.
Oh God! For post 6 though, when you get into like the tech where Tekken starts to have the really over-designed characters,
from post 6, I mean this is half a meme pick, but the Deception Scorpion.
Deception Scorpion, yeah, he's up there. I'd also say like when you get into the guys like Claudio and you get into the FBI guy and we start to go nuts with particle effects and stuff and techno gadgets all over the characters in Tekken. I start to think of like Jackie Briggs, particularly in like MK11.
Yeah, she could fit in, yeah. But all right, who is the most Street Fighter character from Tekken?
Gameplay wise, who in Mortal Kombat is the I have good normal buttons character? Who's the I input specials to get normals character? Jason Voorhees? You still there?
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh God. Other than that, Mortal Kombat tends to go for characters with crazy superpower special moves. They tend not to have just a straight martial artist.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But we're looking for a Street Fighter character from Tekken.
Oh, well, okay, my brain's short-wired. Sorry. Yeah, Street Fighter coded character from Tekken. Oh boy.
There's an easy meme answer here.
Who?
Lily.
Yeah, I can see. Well, Lily's already very similar to Karine. Yeah.
I mean, not only that, her moveset, her fighting style is described as street fighting.
Oh, I forget about that because that's so weird. Why is the rich girl an expert in street fighting?
I don't know. Sebastian.
Well, it's just because they wanted to make up moves that didn't actually work for any real world martial art.
Yeah.
Ugh. Gameplay style, I could see Claudio fitting in Street Fighter.
Yeah, maybe. If he had more range to him, then yeah.
Yeah. Visually speaking, Tekken doesn't tend to go so much for the overwhelming national stereotypes. I can say Ganryu, but that's just because Ganryu was Honda, but lamer.
Coffee woman.
Yeah. I could see that, yeah.
I don't even know what her name is.
I can't remember either, and I don't care.
I think that's his name.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I can see it with him as well.
Because he's just Rashid.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Fuck Ram.
Fakum Ram has the exaggerated body proportions.
I mean,
because Tekken characters have realistic body proportions, except for Fakum Ram, Gigas, and Jack.
Fakum Ram is using Sagat's fucking rig. I'm pretty sure. So.
Oh, and Marduk. There's also Marduk.
Oh yeah.
But Marduk looks like too much of a pervert for Street Fighter.
Yeah. Okay. You know who the most Street Fighter classic Tekken character is to me?
Who?
King.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he's definitely got the most exaggerated design out of the human characters. His special moves aren't anything like huge and big and distinctive like with Street Fighter, but yeah, in terms of being a weirdo and a national stereotype, yeah. Okay, Street Fighter coded characters from Arxis. Again, there's an easy answer because he's just too really similar. Fucking Coom.
Oh yeah.
But other than Coom, Jam would fit into Street Fighter just fine.
Yeah, she would. I mean, she'd be. Jam is the best child of Chun-Li and Mai.
Yeah.
Like they squeeze their tits together and Jam Kuradonberi jumps out.
I'll also put the gameplay design wise. I'll say Key Kiska, of course. He's a Shoto who has an overhead.
I was gonna say both of them, but nah. Like Key is more Street Fighter and Soul is more Fatal Fury specifically.
SNK.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Street Fighter coded SNK characters.
Terry Bogard, he's in the game. No, but
well, yeah.
Fuck.
I think that in terms of like SNK goes for big movesets with lots of special moves. Capcom, barring Street Fighter 6, goes for smaller movesets.
Yeah.
So I think of like in terms of SNK characters to have small movesets. I can really only off the top of my head. King tends not to have a lot of special moves, and Geese tends not to have a lot of special moves. But that's really all I can think of.
Takuma.
Oh, Takuma. Yeah, yeah.
Like Takuma, you give him the short range fireball, and then he could exist in Street Fighter as well, because otherwise he doesn't really do a lot of Shoto stuff.
Yeah.
Like he has a Shoryuken, but like many people do. It's not really a Shoto thing anymore. Like not exclusively, at least.
I mean, in Street Fighter itself, Dudley has a Shoryuken, and he's not a Shoto.
Yeah.
Ooh, most Mortal Kombat coded Street Fighter. Now, I think there's an easy answer if you count Street Fighter EX. Because Doctrine Dark.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Doctrine Dark works. I think Nakali. Like, I feel like
Nakali.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat would love to get their hands on Nakali. I can already imagine him having a fatality where he turns into the goo monster and then absorbs his opponent.
Yeah. And like otherwise, out of the people that actually stuck around, I don't know. Like Bison could work, but it might not be. Like he might be a bit too cartoonishly evil for that. Akuma could work. Like out of the main cast, he's probably the one who would most fit into Mortal Kombat.
In terms of like if they actually had a crossover, Akuma would be the exciting one. Because if they announced, hey, Mortal Kombat 13 season 1's gonna have a DLC character from Street Fighter, and people are like, yo, and then they announce it and it's Nakali, people are gonna rescind the yo.
Yeah. They suck it back, it becomes oi.
Yeah. Ooh, who's Mortal Kombat coded gameplay wise though?
Menat.
Oh god, I'm trying to remember what how Menat plays.
She's that play.
Who is Menat?
Rose's apprentice.
Oh, the cat, the Egyptian cat lady. Okay, her name's too close to Manon. I was sitting there like, Manon doesn't feel like a Mortal Kombat character.
But yeah, I think she could work in MK.
I want to know, people on the r/fighter subreddit are overwhelmingly answering that the Mortal Kombat coded character from Street Fighter is JP.
No, well, okay, maybe.
Well, you gotta sit on JP. JP's not the Mortal Kombat coded character from Street Fighter. He's the Arxis coded character from Street Fighter.
Yes, true.
JP is an Arxis zoner.
No. JP is an SNK coded character from Street Fighter.
Oh god. JP just takes whatever zoning bullshit he wants from other games. He just has it all.
Yeah. The J in JP stands for Jeff Jarrett.
Mr. Worldwide.
That's talking about how fat he is and not his reach as a person.
To steal another answer from the subreddit, I did see someone saying, well, visually speaking, Gin's the most Mortal Kombat coded Street Fighter character. He's all wuxia and he's all about, I pressure points, boom, lethal assassination techniques.
Fucking hell, dude! How did we not? Fung!
Oh, God! Fung's the only character in Street Fighter who has performed a fatality on screen, so...
Fung in Mortal Kombat would be fucking cool. He would suck dick and then you die.
They've made several characters like that, mostly on the Injustice side, but nonetheless. Yeah. Fung fucking killed Rashid's girlfriend.
Oh, true.
And then ate her.
True. So yeah, Fung is... Yeah.
Him and fucking Melina, Baraka, and Reptile, they'd be the cannibal comrades.
Yeah. All right.
Most Tekken-coded Street Fighter character.
No. Most Mortal Kombat coded character from Tekken.
Oh, yeah. My bad. Most Mortal Kombat coded character from Mortal Kombat. Who is the most Mortal Kombat man?
Scorpion.
Yeah, Scorpion, when you put him in anyone else's game, he wouldn't look right. Who is this flaming skull ninja that's very edgy?
Yeah.
Most Mortal Kombat coded Tekken character. God.
Feng Wei.
Visually. Oh, what?
Feng Wei.
Who is that? I don't remember. Oh God. Yeah. Evil monk, right?
Not even evil monk. Like evil monk who killed Asuka's dad also is a mafioso, I think, as a side gig.
Oh, right, I forgot. That's why they keep giving him the mafia costumes for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm also going to throw in just visually, even though he's character-wise not anything like that at all. Visually, Armor King.
Maybe the Tekken 8 design, yeah.
He just looks hardcore.
Alright, most Mortal Kombat coded from Arxis.
That's
Chaos?
Ooh, that's a rough one, because maybe, yeah, I think that's got to be the closest one, because Arxis and Mortal Kombat are not very close in aesthetic.
Yeah, no.
Arxis is very exaggerated and animated and very colorful.
Ebba. Especially classic Ebba.
Yeah, but NRS wouldn't have done the key. They would have looked at a big key and said that was stupid.
I mean, true.
Like Happy Chaos, he's not just edgy and wears all black. He's also his primary technique is a gun. Yeah.
Yeah. People are complaining about Happy Chaos in style. Just wait until they get him to MK13.
Oh boy. Well, shit, for the MK standards, he's perfectly reasonable because he's not just throwing out a bullet as a fireball every second.
Oh no, he's getting that. That's a new move he gets in MK.
Oh, Jesus, God and heaven help us all. Oh, doesn't Happy Chaos have to reload?
Yeah.
That wouldn't be entirely new because Aaron Black had to reload in MK11, but still, that would be some degree of mitigation to the gun zone or nonsense.
Yeah. Otherwise...
Most Mortal Kombat coded SNK fighter.
Gato?
Gato would be cool in Mortal Kombat. Who's the assassin dude from 2002 that faces away from the camera? His back faces the camera.
I know the guy, I don't know his name.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, he could fit. Chrysalid.
Yeah. I can even see in my head them doing the Mortal Kombat character intros where, one character walks on screen and says something, the other character replies, and then the first character says the final statement. Like, Chrysalid would be coming in, and before he says the last word, he'd burn his coat off.
Yeah. Like, see, I was also gonna say Nameless, but Nameless is dead and not coming back, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't count.
Yeah, K99 or Cronin or whatever absorbed his soul. Most Tekken-coded Street Fighter character.
Makoto.
Yeah. Yeah, Makoto, Karin, Gen, there you go. All the normals dudes.
Yeah.
I have to put in a special input for a normal dudes.
Fei Long.
Ha! If they put Fei Long in Tekken, I don't think most people would notice. They would just go, "Oh, it's Hey Marshall."
Yeah, that's his story. That's his episode mode. It's not. There's no fight. It's just three to five different cutscenes of people thinking he's martial law, and that's it.
Ugh. Oh God, who's the most Tekken-coded Mortal Kombat character?
Johnny. Like we previously discussed, Sonya, I could see.
If it weren't for the move copying, I'd say Shujinko.
Maybe.
If it weren't for the BDSM armor, fucking Reiko.
Oh, fucking, what's his name? Stinky Samurai dude from 3D era Mortal Kombat. He has a flag on his back.
Oh, God. Damn it. Hataru.
Yeah, him.
Yeah. I think Johnny is probably, the big one there. And he's got the cocky, comedic assholes character of a character who will be ignored in favor of the Mishimas for the rest of the series, even though he's going to be on all the rosters.
Yeah.
Like Tekken 9, what was Johnny Cage's story? He's been caught up in Paul and Marshall's money schemes. Okay, most Tekken-coded Tekken character. Who is the most Tekken of Tekken men?
Heihachi or Kazuya? Maybe Jin.
I would kind of say Steve Fox, though, because Steve Fox, like his design, they wouldn't put a character like him in any other fighting game. Like even in Cross Tekken, they're like, "Fuck, this guy at least needs a fireball."
I don't know, because I saw a lot of older, like, more obscure fighting games where they do have boxers that just sway and shit.
I suppose so. I mean, SNK had Heavy D, but they got rid of him in favor of Vanessa, who doesn't have so much of the swaying stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, also in terms of Tekken weirdos, and fucking Kuma.
Yeah.
Arxis might put in a bear, but Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and SNK would not add a bear.
Yeah. I mean, Arxis are cowards, really, when you think about it, because they've had all of these like non-human character designs in the background, and then just went on another guy, just a dude.
Here's somebody from Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
What?
Ignore the Foxman that we have in Judgment. He doesn't exist.
Like Street Fighter's cowered it out on the Gorilla. And, Marvel versus Capcom, they've cowered it out on several Animal Fighter characters. They've got Rocket. They have got Rocket. And DC, you know what? Credit where credit's due. Interested, not puss out. Gorilla Grodd is in Injustice 2. He's really low tier and really bad, but Gorilla Grodd is there, and he is unambiguously a fucking gorilla. Has Mortal Kombat ever had the opportunity for an Animal Fighter? Not counting animalities.
No.
I think people wouldn't want Mortal Kombat to have an animal fighter because they wouldn't want to see a animal get gorily murdered.
Yeah. Like, I think the closest
does Devora count?
I don't think so. Because, like, if you count Devora, we have to count Motaro too. Not Motaro. Well, Motaro as well, actually. But, fuck, what's his name?
Kintaro?
Yeah, Kintaro.
And we'd also have to count MK1 Reptile, because, like, lizard man form for MK1 Reptile is just explicitly a fucking lizard. Just walk around on two legs.
But yeah, so my point is I'm waiting for Guilty Gear Strive to add Dr. Paradigm as a playable character.
I mean, the weirdos from Iska and Judgment were broadly pretty cool, other than a couple guys. Like, there was one dude, what was it? The Judgment, for whom Judgment was named, was just a, like, Super Saiyan with black skin.
I honestly don't remember. Skin. Like, I'm gonna look him up because I genuinely do not remember what the fuck he looks like.
He looked like if Happy Chaos was a Super Saiyan and didn't have glasses and didn't have a sense of humor. He looks like one of those fucking bosses from the Ash era of KOF.
Oh, yes.
He looks like he should be sitting next to, like, Makai.
Okay. This might be a pull. You know what this guy reminds me of?
Who?
Yo, what if we just implanted a fucking character that's just very obviously supposed to be Chrono from Chrono Cross?
Oh god, I never took the dive on Chrono Cross. I'll take your word for it.
Well, not Cross, Trigger. Fuck it. Whatever.
Oh shit. Most Tekken-coded Arxis fighter.
I mean, aesthetics-wise, I'm like, it might be a bit of a reach, but
In terms of like especially nowadays, and like especially with a long coat, from Strive, yeah. In terms of gameplay, at least one of the Blaze Blue guys had to be Tekken adjacent, right?
Yeah, Squirrel Girl.
Yep, you're 100% right. Makoto is just 100% fist punch woman, punch girl. Most Tekken-coded SNK fighter, that's got to be Angel. It's got to be Angel.
Yeah.
It's just Angel. That's not in question.
He made Tekken before Tekken.
Yeah. Like, no one is as just pure fisticuffs as Angel. Maybe like Heavy D and Vanessa. You know what? I'll throw in also the MMA dude, the secret unlockable MMA dude from KOF 11 that came from the MMA SNK game.
Oh, the Buriki one.
Yeah, the Buriki one dude. I'll throw him in. Takuma also wouldn't look out of place in Tekken at all.
Not completely. I feel like Takuma would fit more into Street Fighter or Virtua Fighter. No.
Yeah, he's kind of sauceless.
Yeah.
And I like that because he's fun because, well, he's a regular boring dude who's just Ryo and Yuri's dad. But then also he's Mr. Karate.
Sometimes it's Ryo.
Most Arxis-coded Street Fighter character. Well, we did already say JP, but...
Well, not Street Fighter, Tekken. We don't Tekken. Oh, yeah?
We're going from left to right, right?
Yeah, I thought we finished Street Fighter.
Well, we're going from left to right. We just hit who's the most Tekken-coded from Arxis and who's the most Tekken-coded from SNK, yeah?
Yeah.
So then going from left to right...
Oh, okay. I misread it. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. JP's very Arxis-coded, but who's a stinky rushdown monster from Street Fighter that feels in the vein? Okay. He was limited by being a Street Fighter V character, but we've all seen the notorious Kage clip. I'm gonna block this whack-ass mix-up. Oh!
Yeah. Yeah,
and that makes Kage look like a fucking Arxis rushdown character.
Yeah. Kage. Abigail.
Oh, God.
Abigail is
Jesus, you are so right about that.
Abigail is 100% an Arxis joke character.
Abigail's like fucking Blitz Tank.
Yeah. I could see Arxis making Zeku.
Yeah, Arxis would like that.
And then
I can see Arxis also having... They would give her more stuff to do, but I can see Arxis coming up with an idea like Manon of the more she grabs you, the more she grabs you.
Yeah.
One of those fucking Zappa type characters of kill them immediately before they can get their shit started or you lose.
Yeah. Manon takes the place of Zappa's ghost. She's possessing Zappa now.
Oh, God. Can he just send her out to command grab independent of him?
Yes.
Oh, God. Well, like when we were playing Skullgirls the other day, and I figured out, hey, what's to stop me from setting the assists to just use their throws? Oh, nothing. Awesome. Fucking eat this whack-ass mix-up. Am I empty jumping as my assist throws you, or am I actually going for a fucking, jump in attack?
Yeah.
Fuck you. Ooh, most Arxis-coded MK character. Who's the weirdest MK character? Armac, MK11, MK1 Armac.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Guy's got a fucking air Roman cancel. Yeah, that'll do it.
Special mentions to Collector, but
Yeah, Collector is like one of the new characters they introduced for Strive, right? Where it's
yes.
like, okay, this guy could be cool if he was in a better game.
Yeah.
Most Arxis coded Tekken character. Ooh, Gigas?
Gigas
I'd
could
probably
work.
like Gigas if he was in an Arxis game.
Yeah. What do you mean? He's in Blaze Blue.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's the thing, is if they put him in Guilty Gear, it's like, you know, I just want to play pot. Most Arxis coded Arxis character.
It has to be Soul. It can't not be Soul.
No, hold on to that thought, buddy, because we got to go a category down from there.
Oh. Yeah.
My pick for most Arxis coded Arxis fighter is probably Faust.
Yeah, fair enough.
Though, I think it's also worth shouting out Chip.
Yeah. The two ends.
Like, the complete opposites of what the fuck is this zoner doing, which is so much of the zoner philosophy in Arxis. And on the opposite end, I cannot even see the rushdown character who's rushing me down, which is the Arxis philosophy on rushdown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gunits.
Most Arxis coded. Yeah.
Maybe. No, actually, Orochi.
I think Arxis would find Orochi really lame with his full screen projectiles.
Maybe, but I would imagine they'd give him, like, I don't know, Genocide Cutter, and then call it a day, you know?
Strive, they might, but
Yeah.
Arxis, to me, I could see with Orochi them being down for, like, making his instant kill the full screen super, right?
Yeah.
But, like, even, like, Justice, for instance, Justice is a zoning monster. She doesn't have a full screen projectile. She just has to keep track of, like, 8 fireballs at once.
Yeah, true.
There's a real strong one there, but I can't think of it.
I mean, I guess it depends on the version, but Rugal could work.
Yeah, Rugal's got a lot of the, like, I'm pretty good at a lot of things. I can rush down, I can zone, yada, yada, yada. And all of it probably turns back into Oki. Which, that's the question. Which of the fucking SNK characters is the most all of my options turn into Oki character?
Maru.
Yeah!
The least Arxis character.
I think there's something to be said for Seth, Dive Kick City, Air Maneuverability City.
Yeah, if he had more shit.
If he had an air dash.
Yeah. I guess among similar limes, I could see limes. Anyway, I could see Vanessa working. But then, you know, the problem with Vanessa is she's Giovanna. She's on the roster. She's on the roster of the bad game, but, you know, she's on the roster.
Yeah. You know who kind of strikes me as Arxis coded for reasons I cannot actually put into words?
Yeah?
Athena Asamiya.
Yeah. Fair enough. Makes sense. I think it's the fact that she has 5 million different projectiles that she can do, and then also teleport next to you. And then throw you.
And also has a Shoryu.
Yeah.
And a projectile reflect.
Yes. And depending on the game, her design is similar to Mai's. Or Mai's. Fuck.
Oh, man, and like, you know, Guilty Gear gives a character a projectile reflect. Potemkin, who's not a zoner.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Most SNK coded Street Fighter character.
Ken Masters.
No, Dan, he's cheating. Yeah, Ken. Street Fighter 6 Ken does feel like an SNK character. Holy shit, I never thought of that.
Aside from him,
I'm gonna throw in Alex.
I don't see it. If he was a bit more flexible, then maybe 6 as Alex will change my mind. But 3 and 5 Alex don't feel quite flexible enough to compete with Clark Still and T-Zoc.
Oh God, no. I mean, at the end of the day, Street Fighter's never going to have a grappler who's as strong as SNK's grapplers. SNK is the series where grapplers are allowed to be strong. You have to be comfortable with that or live in fear of it.
Yeah.
But in terms of like Alex, I could think of as definitively the first Street Fighter grappler who was specifically designed as here's a grappler who is not just limited to my entire core game plan is to hit the grab. Like he was the first to like the philosophy was he has a lot of things other than grab that he uses to make you forget that he can grab.
Yeah.
Who other than that? God, who?
Okay, actually, I have an answer for this.
All right.
Ingrid.
Oh, yep. Yeah, speaking of Athena Asamiya.
Literally the character I only ever liked because she feels like an SNK character.
Oh, SNK coded Mortal Kombat character.
Cobra.
With SNK, they always a character will have a core identity, but they don't feel like they're limited to it. They have stuff they can do outside of their core identity, but their core identity is what's strongest about them.
Yeah. Kano.
Because Ralph, for instance, is a big, aggro rushdown pressure character, but he does have the Argentine backbreaker, so he can be a grappler if you want him to be.
Yeah. I think Kano would work. Grappler Kano.
Yeah, Kano fits very. Kano in most games can really just do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like he's almost always a good rushdown guy, but he's also got the knife throw for solid zoning, and quite a few of the games he's also got a command grab.
Yeah.
And not a bad one either. Yeah, Kano's probably the pick there. Who's the SNK coded character visually, though?
Visually.
Because SNK characters aren't dressed like martial artists. They're dressed in their street clothes mostly.
But yeah, I was about to say, the problem with that is that Mortal Kombat characters are completely fucking dripless most of the time.
You know who I can think of wearing street clothes more often than not, even though like they always give her a commando costume, but no one ever wears it with her.
Yeah?
Cassie.
But she doesn't have the style,
Oh no, but like people don't go with commando Cassie. It's always the workout Cassie or the walking down the street Cassie.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
This might just be because there's SNK has in KO14 the Brazilian dude with the robot arms, but I feel like Jax kind of fits.
I don't know. I feel like Bondra didn't fit into SNK either.
That's true.
I was gonna suggest Jax because of his Armageddon alt outfit as a joke.
Yeah. No, he goes in Street Fighter next to B-Boy Ryu and B-Girl Chun-Li.
Yeah.
I feel like some Kitana attires could fit in next to like Athena and Chizuru.
Maybe in the later games. Yeah?
Yeah, she shows more skin than either of them do, but other than that.
Yeah, I don't know. Chujinko.
Yeah. All right. Most SNK coded Tekken character.
Leo Cleason.
Geese Howard.
Yeah, true. Not includes Caleb.
Yeah. Negan?
Yeah.
We should have gone with him for the most Mortal Kombat coded Tekken character.
True. But yeah,
Okay.
Leo.
Yeah, Leo does feel like an SNK character. Like, Leo is one of those off teammates that Kula Diamond has in one game that disappears for a decade and he comes back.
Yeah.
On the flip side, you could put Gigas and Sam Show next to fucking Kasara Ghetto.
Yeah. And Kusara Ghetto eat him. And then vomit up oil.
SNK coded Arxis character. Well, that's Soul, of course. What am I saying?
Yeah. It do be Terry though.
Yeah. And who is the most SNK coded SNK character? That's gotta be Terry, right?
Yeah, I feel like it's Terry or Kyo. Like, it depends on, like, which of SNK, I suppose, because Terry was there at the beginning and he is the most SNK character right now. But I feel like you can follow SNK through the years through Kyo, how he changes.
Yeah.
How he goes bankrupt and then starts wearing his own clothes.
Oh, yeah, visually, definitely. Gameplay-wise, there clearly was a point somewhere around, like, between 98 and 02 where they're like, yeah, we're just happy with Bodega Kill with the RED kick.
Yeah.
And with that list done, I do want to mention another little game we can play. And this one I'm going to be stealing from Wooly. Did you see that someone has made a Street Fighter equivalent of Wordle? Street Fighter Wordle.
No.
So let me get the link for this shit and put it in the Discord chat. So, like Wordle, you make guesses and you try to figure out from what parts of your guess were right and which parts of your guess were wrong what the character is.
Yeah.
And are you on the webpage for it?
Yes.
So, of course, you type in the name of a fighter you want to guess, and the categories are the fighter's name, first game, most recent game, their gender, their country, their fighting style, their moral alignment, and whether they're alive or dead.
Yeah.
And under that, you can see the color legend that will tell you if the square is green, you got it correct. If the square is yellow, then it's partially correct. For instance, like, you know, what if the answer is Cammy and you put in Chun-Li, then the first game thing will be marked yellow because it's like, well, Chun and Cammy both debuted in Street Fighter 2, but in different versions of Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
And there are also arrows to indicate newer or older for the game questions. So I guess first just throw out a name, right? I'm going to guess Rolento.
I guess Dawson. He's alive. We can confirm.
Okay. Well, some of these answers are wild. You would have got all reds for your answer there, wouldn't you?
Oh no, I got all red except alive.
Oh,
it's not Charlie Nash. I can confirm it's not Charlie Nash. Because he's dead this week.
Do they consider Gen dead or alive?
I don't know.
I'll check that in a little bit. Okay. Because I got it... the answers on some of these ones are a little bit wild. Who the fuck? Who is? Who's been in since then? That's.
Yeah, I don't know which game we're talking about. I know where the person is. I know what their gender is. I don't know a person who fits both.
So, I'm gonna cheat on your behalf a little bit. Me putting in Rolento, it said correct. The character's first game is Final Fight, but it's not Rolento, and they've been in more recently than Street Fighter 4, and they're morally neutral. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? Who's been in since Street Fighter? More recently than Ultra Street Fighter 4 that started in Final Fight and is morally neutral.
I know which game we're looking at. I just once again do not know who the fuck does it. It cannot, right? Oh fuck! What was her name?
Oh, obviously. God, what's wrong with me? I think I figured it out. Yeah, I figured it out. God, what's wrong with me?
Oh, I know who it is now as well. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. I probably should have noticed that it said debuted in Final Fight is not male. Like, yeah, that limits it down to two possibilities, really.
My mind completely blanked on Final Fight, and I spent a couple of those minutes going like, what the fuck is Laura's name?
Yeah. I was sitting there going like, Birdie didn't debut in Final Fight, did he?
I spent 4 of
he's
those...
the only character I could...
I spent 4 of those turns going, who the fuck is from the USA and female?
Oh god, Lucia, but other than that...
Yeah, it's...
Who else is an American woman in Street Fighter?
Sea Viper, Kimberly, Lucia, Poison.
Oh yeah, yep, all those make sense.
Those were my guesses. My guesses were great. It's Dawson, Zangief, and then those 4.
Okay, now the other 3 categories, though, if memory serves, are all really easy. Like, we go to Splash Arts. Oh, shit. Okay, that's kind of hard. The other day, I logged in here, and the Splash Art was very obviously, like, Zangief's hip from Street Fighter 5, and I was like, well, who else wears a red fucking Speedo? Oh, I got it.
I don't remember.
That's kind of a gamble.
I don't remember whose splash short is orange. Fuck. Abigail.
Yeah. That dude was covered in orange.
I'm seeing an arm, I think, but I don't know what the fuck. This is what I get for not paying any fucking attention to the splash arts.
Well, this is like the only time in life it'll actually pay off.
Oh, of course.
I don't know how I was able to just guess that off of orange and yellow lines, but I did. I'm proud of myself.
I just saw orange and I went, oh well, obviously it's Ken, because I remember his splash art being orange and red.
I would think he would be exploding with fire.
He's oranges, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
For quotes. Oh boy.
Is it No, it's not. It's not Electric Honda, as it turns out.
No, it is not Eric Honda. Eduardo.
Is it Kage?
Oh, okay. After 3 wrong guesses, it gave the audio clip. I know who this is. No, it's not her? What the fuck? Who the
Hmm.
I 100% was like, oh, it's obviously Makoto now that I've heard it. Yeah.
I heard it and I went, that sounds like early Judy. But it's not.
Who speaks Japanese with a high-pitched but gravelly voice other than Makoto and Armika?
Saga. It's not Sakura. I thought it might be a voice line from 5. I wouldn't know because I played her in Japanese.
Yeah, I Sakura was my second guess. Oh God, who else even speak Japanese? It can't be Maki because the voice line's way too clear, and also it's partly in English. And Maki's not been in a game since fucking Alpha. Karin wouldn't sound like that.
Yeah, it's not Karin. I guessed her before the voice line.
Fucking shot in the dark. It can't be a Buki.
Ah!
When did she ever sound that gravelly?
It's when she smoked all like 50 packs of cigs that she bought.
Street Fighter 6 Ibuki. The years since Street Fighter 5 have been hard on her.
Alright, I got the character hint one immediately.
I'm going to bet. Oh, yeah. Come on, guys. The one Street Fighter character that's allowed to have a biological child.
Yeah.
Or, no, excuse me, the one Street Fighter woman that's allowed to have a biological child. My memory is that one's like, the hint one is really bad because it's just obvious immediately from... Like, I think that when I first went in, I just simply saw likes Kung Fu, dislikes spiders, and I just went, Ryu, it's Ryu.
I misread yesterday's spiders as yesterday's fodder. Yesterday's fodder was Hugo.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, I think we can say that we have sufficiently padded time out. Would you say the fighting games were?
Yes, fighting games were.
All